Hey, what's up everyone? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we are looking at the 6-inch Star Wars Black Series Stormtrooper. This guy does share a lot of parts with the Sand Trooper, but he is unique enough, and clearly he's a Stormtrooper, so it warrants a purchase. No doubt there are not enough flaws with this guy to make me say don't buy him. There's really only one thing that bothers me, and it's not a very big deal. So without a doubt, this I'm recommending. No question about it. Really cool looking figure. He's about 6.5 inches tall. He comes with the rifle. He holds that really well in his hand. It does have some silver dry brushing on it, which makes it look pretty cool. He also has this blaster here, which is, it was warped, but oh, there it goes. It's warped going up, which is weird. But it's not horribly too bad, and it would be fixed fairly easily in some hot water. No paint on this though, so it's kind of weird that one got painted and one didn't. Might just be a flaw for this one. His belt, I don't think it's made to come off. Doesn't look like it's meant to come off, so that's going to stay on there. And it seems to be glued or tucked in somewhere, so that's kind of an issue. If you wanted to take it off, I don't know why you would though. The helmet looks really good. Paintwork is pretty good. I can't really think of anything to complain about. I mean, it could be nicer, but for a $20 figure, it's pretty darn good. With the blues and the grays and the blacks, it looks nice. That's about it for paint, other than those black dots on the belly. There's not too much going on, and you know, things to fill in the armor, but there's no detail painting at all. But that's fine because they're supposed to just be basically solid white, so that's okay. There's a little gray there. Alright, so let's talk articulation. The head is on a hinge, on a ball peg hinge, but if you notice, the ball peg itself is really big and the neck is really small. So when you put the head on it, you can see inside pretty horribly. So making him look up is not really an option. Even when he's just standing straight, he's got kind of a little skinny neck and you can see up into his helmet, which looks a little weird. So that's the one gripe I had, but you know, looking straight on, it's not an issue. And it does provide for posability, so that's good, but I think it's probably more than necessary, and it does give you that problem. So that's really, you know, that could be a problem for you. It may not be too bad, but definitely making him look up is going to be an issue. So there is that. Now, we have the ball hinge shoulders, but they're very limited by the shoulder pads, which is unfortunate, but I don't think you're going to need to use that hinge that much. I think you'll be okay with it the way it is. There's a bicep swivel right there, double jointed elbow, pretty limited range of motion. You're going to get just a little bit more than 90 degrees, but again, I think that's probably going to be good enough. The wrists both swivel. This wrist has lateral movement. This wrist has vertical movement, so they're a little different, but they do both have the swivel. The diaphragm joint on this guy works incredibly well. He has a great range of motion all the way around. Full swivel, no issues at all there. So I do appreciate that. I think he looks pretty good. I think we can get him into a pretty decent firing position. It would be nice if we could get the hands to have both hinges somehow. And I think the only way to do that would be to use a double or a ball hinge that swivels on both ends. But that's not too common on this scale figure, at least within the US. So it's going to be good enough probably. It's not perfect, but it's not too bad. Let's see. Well, that'll give you an idea. You can pose them pretty well, so that's cool. In terms of a waist swivel, I'm pretty sure it's just the diaphragm joint, unless mine's really stuck. It's just the diaphragm joint. It's possible, but mine's not moving, so I can't say for sure. The hips are T-jointed. They're pretty limited though. They don't have the greatest range of motion in any direction. But again, since it's just a Stormtrooper, you don't need to have a huge range of motion. It should be good enough just the way it is. Get your hand on there. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. I like that. Okay, and it does have a thigh swivel, so that's pretty cool. Double jointed knees, good range of motion, and the ankles have a hinge, which works really well in both directions, and the ankle rocker. So you're not going to have any trouble posing this guy. He looks really cool, and I do clearly recommend him 100%. It's probably the best 6-inch Stormtrooper Hasbro's ever made. Yeah, I know it's the only one, but still, it's really good, so go buy one. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.